Hey, what's going on, guys? We're gonna set this up in just a second. Let me set the thumbnail and send this out to the social media platforms so motherfuckers can get in on this. Come by and check out some pretty awesome news. It's gonna affect resellers at this moment. So pretty awesome. Definitely want to talk about this today. Also, I have some shoes that we can unbox as well. Probably already seen them. There's going to be a bunch of fucking breads. We can open them up too and talk about them in a second. But let's throw this out on the platforms. Those of you guys that are just coming in, make sure you throw a thumbs up on the video. Helps your boy grow, even though, we don't really we haven't really focused on growing this channel, but we still do alright around here, So I'd like to bring JAYdotMAK up into the forefront of sneaker culture. So we're gonna work on it just a little bit. So let's send this out. Chilling live here. Let's do this. Let's go out to Facebooks. And then, of course, our dick sword. Which, let's be real. Our dick sword isn't really, super active anymore anyway. So, whatevs. Yes! Menace, correct. That is exactly what we are going to be talking about. So, let's go ahead and tank this. Make sure you guys throw a thumbs up for your boy on the video. And we'll talk about what this means for the sneaker reselling industry at the moment. Yo, what's up, Cell Block, Poo-Tang, Jeezy509 up in here, as well as Menace. We already said what up to him, but let's tank the rest of this bag, and then we'll get into this. There's more in the bag than I originally anticipated. It's a good hit, though. All right, so those of you guys out there know there was a big point of contention last year when Stockx, it wasn't really Stockx's call, it was actually the U.S. government's, but they had to start charging sales tax where applicable, and a lot of people started wondering, what's this going to do for the resale prices of shoes? And it hasn't really affected the resale prices of shoes at all. It's just that when people go to cop their shoes now, they got to factor in, the sales tax as well out of their cut from what Stockx takes. But Stockx has, I guess, I wouldn't say a monopoly on the resale game right now because GOAT is thriving pretty hard. But I still don't think GOAT is anywhere near at the prolific level of where Stockx is at the moment. And if you remember a few years back in the resale copping game, the place where you went, there was no Stockx, there was no GOAT. So unless you went to places like Project Blitz or Flight Club, Urban Necessities, these secondary resale market, Stadium Goods is another one that you find out there. Unless you went to some of these boutiques, you really didn't have anywhere else to go except for the Facebook Marketplace or, that's right, our good old friend eBay. And, these days, eBay shoes are pretty much more synonymous with scammers and, fake UA, whatever you guys want to call them, counterfeit, monkeys, everybody, whatever you want to call them, non-authentic, non-authorized sneakers. Okay, as that's what eBay is known for these days because, what's the point of selling it on eBay when their seller fees are just so high compared to Stockx or GOAT, and on Stockx or GOAT that you're not going to get, well, I'm not going to say you're not going to get got, but you have less of a chance of getting got from Stockx or GOAT as opposed to eBay. there you go. Jamie Wyatt in the chat right there says, yeah, I got a fake pair of Jordan top 3s off of eBay. Exactly. Like, and it doesn't matter because, like, they'll show legit shoes in the pictures, and then the shoes you get in hand are definitely not the same shoes that they shown in the picture. So, it looks like eBay now wants to reclaim its place where it was in like 2013, 2014, before the rise of Stockx and GOAT. eBay was the place where you used to sell kicks, and because of the eBay fees back in the day, you was able to jack your prices up like a motherfucker. And you know, that's the days when, you know, you could have charged $500 to somebody for a Bread 11 that was legit, because, you know, there was no place to know how much, you know, people are willing to sell them at the lowest. You know, like if you go on Stockx right now, I can tell you per size what is the lowest amount somebody is willing to pay, or the most that somebody is willing to pay, or the lowest somebody's willing to let it go versus what they're willing to pay. You know, that's what Stockx offers. But now, let's go ahead and I'll pull this up on screen. Where the did I really fucking close it out right before I start? God damn it. Okay. Right here. God damn it. I hate these. Alright, let's just go to Yahoo Finance then. Alright, let's not go to Yahoo Finance. Let's go to Fox. There we go, guys. Pull up this desktop here, and you'll see eBay, the online marketplace for buying and selling new and used items, announced Tuesday it would implement a zero selling fee on its inventory of sneakers for customers selling pairs for $100 or more. The e-commerce site previously charged up to 10% for sellers, a deterrent for some users to sell on the platform. Now, Jeff Chen, the head of men's footwear and apparels on eBay, said in a statement, eBay continues to be a top source for emerging and collectible styles with high demand. We want our sellers and buyers to get on the action. For our community of diehard sneakerheads, eliminating selling fees allows them to turn their kicks into more cash to fund future purchases, and results in a more robust sneaker inventory for shoppers everywhere. And that's really it right there. The results that they want to see from this are a more robust sneaker inventory for shoppers everywhere, meaning that eBay is tired of losing customers to StockX and GOAT. And the good thing about this is what this is going to allow you to do is not only sell, you know, your new shoes without any seller fees, but also this is going to go for used shoes as well. So it looks like that they're trying to undercut both StockX and GOAT, because you could sell both. It doesn't say it has to be new. It just says it has to be over $100 for the selling point on the shoes, which means, you know, even if you start your bidding at $50 for a shoe, as long as it sells for over $100 on the final auction, you know, eBay is going to allow you to sell it without any sneaker, what do you call that? Seller's fees. So it's actually pretty interesting to see eBay trying to come back against, you know, being pushed out basically out of the resale market by StockX and GOATs, you know, GOAT app. So that's actually really cool, because I mean, think about it. If you're selling a $500 shoe on StockX, that 10% that you get hit by, well, most people are getting like 11% because they're like a tier 1 account. I think I'm a tier 4. I don't know if I sold enough sneakers this year to maintain my tier 4. I might be a tier 3. Let me check right now. I'm not going to obviously show you my account because it's got my real fucking name on it. No, I dropped down into a what do you call that? A seller 3. Oh, I only need 4 more shoes to get back up to 4. Okay, so as a seller level 3 on StockX, I only pay 8.5% transaction fee for for StockX sales. But that's still, when you're considering like maybe a $500-600 shoe, 10% of $500-600 is like 50-60 bucks. That's quite a bit that they pulled that back off. But do you trust eBay, J Dot? Well, that's the thing. Like I said before, eBay used to have a lot of legit sneakers, and there still are legit sneakers on eBay. You just have to be very aware and savvy about eBay before you start copping off eBay. Like, first of all, you want to make sure that, the account that you're buying off of, number one, make sure they're like a top rated or something like that. They usually have like a little badge next to them. They usually have really good seller feedback. Always look back at the feedback, and don't look at just the good ones. Look at to see what the negative ones were. Because if you start seeing in the negative, oh, this was fake, this was fake, this was fake, this was fake, then it's like, oh, okay. But if you see in the negative, like, oh, they sent me the wrong size, the shipping was slow, and things like that, those are valid complaints. You understand what I'm saying? But if you start seeing a trend of people saying that these were fake inside the negative complaints, then might want to back up off that. Also, you might want to look at the account, see what else the account is selling, see if the things that they are selling looks legit, if the prices actually look legit, and maybe you want to see how long they've had their eBay account active. So if it's an account that was made in 2019, I'm not going to trust that account as much as I would an account made in 2007. That account has obviously been around for 12 years in good standing, and even if they haven't used the account the whole time, it's still obvious that that person cares about that account enough to where they've been using it for that long. Even if they weren't selling, they probably were buying and off of other people as well. So, I think this is a good thing, because hopefully this kind of I guess lights a little bit of a fire underneath Goat and StockX's ass when it comes to some of these sellers fees. Because I mean, let's look at it, man. Fucking StockX is already making a killing off of fucking sellers fees, right? But then on top of that, you got the sales tax, and then you also got shipping fees as well that come out, which is usually about $14 from StockX's end. And I know a lot of these shoes don't cost no $14 to ship via UPS. It's just a flat rate that they pay, $14 for a 5-pound box within the continental U.S. It's how StockX works it out. But they end up making money on that shit when you ship out a fucking beanie or something, and you get charged fucking $14 fucking shipping on a fucking hat that weighs nothing. You know what I mean? This shit literally was like $2 to ship. Motherfucker, StockX ain't paying $14 to ship this fucking hat. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe this will help at least on high-end shoes, like the $500-600 shoes. This might bring the prices of them down a little bit, especially if things are selling cheaper on eBay because there's no seller's fees there and people are able to make more without charging more on eBay. That might push StockX prices down a little bit more. People trying to undercut over there. There's a lot of people that really don't feel like going through the process of eBay, because eBay can be a hassle. I'm not gonna lie. I've sold stuff on eBay before. It is a pain in the fucking ass to do it. But if you do it right with a high volume and you have a lot of shit to sell that's really, really like fucking small items, but you can sell them fucking cheap, that's where eBay fucking thrives. Like Funko Pops, yo, because they don't take up any room for inventory, yo. Funko Pops, you make a lot of money on eBay with them things. But I thought this was interesting to see that after about 2 to 3 years of StockX and Goat really just cornering the market in terms of resale, market, they just eBay's fighting back. Like eBay wants in on this again, man. eBay is missing out on them on them sales, man, and they want to be that place where you go to get the early cops, where you get the early drops. They want to, like, eBay's trying to step it up on that. And you know what? This is good for the culture, man. It's good because whatever puts more money into the pockets of people trying to get these shoes, then that's what's up. I know people hate it from the resale perspective, but I love it. I love the resale game, because look, man, I'm not spending $700 of straight earned cash. Like, if I work 40 hours a week, you know what I mean? That's what I call straight earned cash. You know what I mean? But then there's money that I consider, you know, I call it a little bit of more expendable money that I've made from flipping shoes through fast profit. You know what I mean? That's not hard cash. That's not hard earned cash. It's like, I earned the cash to buy the shoes, to flip, to get the shoes, to get the money to buy the shoes that I want. But the shoes that I flipped, that's just all profit cash. That doesn't matter. That money doesn't exist. Yeah, it's quick cash. Do you see that code for $100 today on a pair of shoes for $300? Yes, I did. What was it? It was like pairs 20 or pairs me or something like that. I did see that. Right now there's a code on eBay where you can get $100 off of shoes over 300. I was gonna cop another pair of Bread 11s, but after I looked at it, the dude had he had it jacked up at 250. After the $100 off, it was 250 plus 20 shipping, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Paired up, there you go. Paired up is the code right there. So if you guys looking on eBay for a $300 pair of shoes, you want to use that code paired up, it will save you $100 on that. It's kind of like eBay's little deal they got going on to celebrate this no sneakers seller fees. It's still working. Yeah, it was working earlier today. It was. How does it work that you sell on eBay? Well, I mean, it's just basically like any other fucking site. You go on there, you set up your account, you set up your payments and all that, make sure they verify your identity. Then you just go through the thing, you fill out the form. This is what I got for sale. This is how much. Maybe you put a buy it now, or maybe you started off as an auction, but always put a buy it now for $15 more than you're willing to accept on it, because that's just smart money. If somebody isn't willing to fucking wait for that auction to go off and they just want to buy it now, I'll let you. What it's gonna cost you? It's gonna cost you. It's really simple to sell on eBay, right? The hassle with eBay is dealing with the people on eBay, because like I said before, eBay is a hotbed of scammers, flakers, and just people with all around nefarious intentions. So you have to have your wits about you more on eBay than you would, like, it's just like Facebook Marketplace. You can't trust everybody you run into on Facebook, and it's the same way with eBay. You gotta kind of just use common sense, use good judgment when it comes to purchasing on eBay. Now, here's another thing. If you have PayPal and you go through, PayPal on eBay, then you're even better off, because now you got eBay's protection and you got PayPal's, protection for paying on eBay with PayPal. So if you get a pair of shoes in the mail off eBay and you're not able to verify its authenticity, and you think it's it might be fake, then you still have the proper venues you can go through outside of eBay as well. You have PayPal as a last resort if eBay doesn't handle it for you. Last time you tried, they charged you before you even sold it. That's a little odd. I don't know about that. But they credited you just back now? Yeah, I mean, look, man, like I said, eBay isn't a perfect platform for selling. But if you're willing to sift through the muck, especially for no seller's fees, and deal with a lot of the bullshit, then you might you might be able to make a little bit of extra money on eBay that you wouldn't on Stockx or Goat app. But I think it's cool though because it's gonna work, in favor of not just the resellers but also people trying to buy. Because if I don't have to get as much money out of my shoe on eBay as I do on StockX, then I could drop the price down a little bit and make sure it sells a little bit faster. But I do agree with what Menace is saying. There's a lot of deadbeat buyers on eBay and a lot of people that back out. So, or you get the what I call the damn D's. They claim I don't give a fuck about a box and shit like that, but then when they get a pair of shoes in at a fucking eBay that they paid like $75 for, they're mad because it's not in tip-top pristine condition and it's got a little bit of fucking flaws on it. It's like, well, you're buying basically off of fucking a flea market. That's what eBay is. eBay is an online flea market. So you gotta take the good with the bad. But I'm interested to see how this is gonna play out when it comes to sneaker resale, especially since I resell sneakers. I don't know, why is that so hard? Somebody tell me in the chat. Why is it so hard for sneaker YouTubers to say, yes, I resell shoes from time to time? Do people think they're going to look bad at them? Everybody resells shoes from... If you cop shoes, you've resold shoes. I don't give a fuck who you are. Even my girlfriend. My girlfriend's not a reseller, And when a pair of shoes come in, and she'll always ask me, she goes, are those for sale? How much you gonna get? You know what I mean? Like, she knows the fucking deal. I don't understand what the stigma is behind sneaker YouTubers not wanting to be looked at as resellers. Like, even D be doing that, yo. Be like, I'm the reasonable reseller. Go fuck if you knocking motherfuckers over the head out here for as much as you can get. Yo, if you cop a limited shoe, you don't owe nobody any favors to give them a deal on that. If you do give them a deal because they're your people, they're your homie, and you're hooking them up for the culture, then, I support that. But under no way, shape, or form are you required to give somebody that oop. Unless somebody gave you an oop that big previously. Like, if somebody oops me a pair of shoes for retail on a hit that I really wanted, in the future, I'm going to oop them back when I hit on something they want. But ain't nobody owe you a goddamn thing, and you don't owe nobody a goddamn thing when it comes to reselling or copping shoes, man. If you hit on something that's stupid limited, like a Travis Scott one, and you can get your $1,000 out of it, or an Off-White one, and you can get your $2,500 out of it, shit. Get your fucking money, man. Now, here's the thing that's going to be crazy. What's going to set this off is with how good the fakes are these days. Yo, eBay is going to be flooded with some high quality UAs. So if you're looking out for them UAs, like, there you go. You can just eBay with PayPal. Always. Never pay on anything on the internet, yo. Don't buy nothing without PayPal. Fuck it, yo. Why would you buy something? The only place that I don't use PayPal on is Amazon. And that's because Amazon doesn't take PayPal because they're competing companies some sort of fashion. I guess Amazon has, what do you call that? Investments within the financial world as well. So it's probably a conflict of interest for them to take a payment plan that they don't, make any money off of. You never had good experience with eBay? You got two fake Bose headphones? What are the chances? Like I said, man, you gotta just be careful and wary, man. You can't just be like, oh, this is a good deal, I'm gonna get this. Nah. If it's a good deal and if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And also, don't be afraid to hit the seller up with questions. Like, when a seller responds back, you can get a really good feeling for whether or not, they're trying some jazz on you. You know what I mean? Trying to pull them jazz hands. Look over here. Look what I got. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But, you just gotta use common sense when it comes to eBay. Yes, PayPal does cover you on a lot of shit. That's the problem with PayPal, though. As a seller, you have to make sure when you're selling something that you have all your ducks in a row. And what I mean by that is when I sell a shoe, I make sure before I box it up, I take pictures of every fucking angle in its condition, dated, saved in a file. So if I have to send it to PayPal, I've done my due diligence, Because if you're a lazy seller and you don't document everything that you're selling, it's very easy for somebody to come back and fucking, hit PayPal and get their money back on you. So it's both ways. As a buyer and a seller, you gotta do your due diligence. You gotta just put the time and effort into figuring out how this shit works, and you'll be alright. It's the same thing with everything, man. Like, Stockx and Goat was, foreign to us before we learned how to work it. And now I know how to fucking, I can finagle Stockx like a mother. I'll be finessing the shit out of Stockx motherfuckers, yo. Yo, on Stockx, if I see a shoe I want, and say there's like a $60 to $100 range in between of bid and sell. Say like the shoe's $500. The highest bid is $400, and I want to pay $450 for this shoe. So what I do is I put a $449 bid in, right? And then 5 minutes later, a $450, then a $451, then a $452, then a $453, right? And each time you do that, it spams their notifications in their email. The fucking, spams their account that there's a new bid on this. So then once I go up $5 on that and I spam their shit 5 times, I drop that shit down to $430. See, now you didn't respond to my first fucking bid. Now you lost $20. So I'll leave that up there for, a couple hours. And then I'll put it back up to $445. See if anybody bites on it, yo. I'll be fucking with people through Stockx, yo. I'm dead ass serious. Like, if you've played with Stockx, like, I've seen it in my feed, and I learned how to do this because I seen how it works on my end as a seller, and I'm just looking, and I'm like, somebody, like, nobody's really fucking with me, right? Somebody will bid $295 on a bread 11 I have up for $325, right? And then somebody comes out and bids $5 over that, $300 on that, and then somebody comes and puts $301. I've seen that happen. Like, people go back and forth fighting with each other, but they don't realize that you could do that yourself. You don't need anybody else to join in with you. You just increment it, just keep going up by $1 each time, and it looks like motherfuckers are fighting over your shoe, but it's only one motherfucker spamming your email. Oh man, I have spammed motherfuckers' emails so much that I've seen entire fucking asks go away on there. Like it'll be like the lowest ask is like 500, right? And I've spammed the dude's email so much it'll now say the next lowest ask is like 550, and that's because he took his fucking ass down and shit. Best time to sell is right after the shoe sells out. Buyer's remorse. Not just that, but the people that missed out on the dude. People that missed out on that shit, yo, they start panicking. They start seeing that prices go up. They're like, oh no, I got a cop now. Panic buyers, panic sellers. You've done that on both ends, selling and buying. It makes you giggle. Yeah, yo. I've done that shit to people before, yo. Like on Facebook, selling a pair of Yeezys one time, and the kid was like, I think they were zebras, and I was like, I want 425 shipped all in, right? And he's like, I'll give you 400 for them, and I was like, nah, 425 all in. It's like 400 is all I got, and I was like, well, I got somebody. he don't know this is true. I was like, well, I got somebody right now that's trying to pay me 435, but I'm holding them for you because I thought you wanted them. And he's like, oh man, no, don't sell them, man. I got the 425. I got you on that. And I'm like, all right, there ain't nobody else hitting me for 435, or else I would have already sold it to him, man. Come on. You just gotta fuck with people's heads when you sell shit like this, yo. You gotta know how to sell. You gotta make them feel like, damn, if I don't buy this now, I ain't never gonna get it. $25 magically appears. Yo, let me tell you some shit. When I used to go fucking buy cars, right? I used to buy cars cheap, flip them, more expensive, right? I used to make some dough off that. I went up to buy a fucking a Chevy Beretta one time. We went all the way up to Connecticut. Now, here's the first thing. As a seller, the dude should have known I drove all the way from Jersey up to Connecticut to look at this car. Motherfucker, I wasn't leaving there without that car. I'm not going all the way up to Connecticut for a fucking, just to look at a car. I'm coming home with this car. But I'm not coming home with it for the price that you want. What up, No Limit? Shout out. So, I pulled up, and I was like, and I had, he wanted 1,000 for it. And I had 700 in my pocket and another 300 in my back pocket, right? And I had it all in hundreds, so it was easy for me to count. I walked up with my hand in my pocket, and I'm walking around, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, and I was like, oh, hell nah. And he's like, what do you mean, hell nah? I was like, yo, there's a crack in the windshield. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, man, that's going to cost me like $200 to get fixed. I ain't going to get that shit fixed. And he's like, oh, no. I was like, it wasn't in the, I was like, normally I wouldn't care about that because it's just a cosmetic flaw. I was like, but you didn't list that in the Craigslist ad. I was like, and I started walking around, looking at it, drove it around and shit. And in my pocket, I pulled out 200s off that 7. I peeled it off there and grabbed the 5 in my hand. And I was like, look, man, I was going to give you 700 for this car, right? But now with the broken windshield, it's going to cost me 200 to get that fixed. So I'm going to give you 500 for it. And he was like, hell no, I want 1,000 for this car. And I was like, I got 500 right here. And he's like, I can't do that. It's $500. It's like, dude, if you try to fucking sell this car, you're going to get that fucking windshield fixed. It's going to cost you $200 off there. Even if you get 1,000, you're going to be left at 800. You know what I mean? I was like, look, put it this way then, man. Let's split the difference. I'll give you 6 on it, right? And that way, you're saving $200 from having to get the window fixed. But I'm also saving $200 because I got to get the window fixed. And he was like, all right. not realizing that I didn't split the difference with him. I actually quartered it. But the mental math when I laid it out on him, it seemed legit to him, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? It was like really I talked him down $400 off his price for that broken windshield as opposed to the fucking 700 that I was originally willing to pay. So whatever, yo. You just gotta learn how to hustle it, man. You gotta learn how to get your style down, man. You can't block my style. What up, Ken's lifestyle? What's going on, man? Mob, Gilf gang up in this bitch. What's good, guys? Ah, shit. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting about the whole eBay and StockX thing, though. I gotta take me with me to the dealer. Which dealer are you talking about? I mean, I'm okay with going to either one, but you know, if it's a car dealer, I'm gonna have to dress in a totally different way if we go into the you know what I mean, around the way dealer. You know, chilling my G. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's about to start snowing, I think, out here, man. It's like 28 degrees outside and raining like a motherfucker. I went to ship some shit out for my More Than After Kill channel, and they said, you know what, while we're here, let me go ahead and contact them motherfuckers now. I gotta ship to Canada, and apparently the fucking got shipped back to me didn't have a fucking phone number, so they couldn't get in contact with the people when it hit customs. Let me go ahead and contact these guys. I got a fucking the laptop and the collector's edition both got fucking sent back to me, man. You know how expensive that is to ship out? It's like $100 per package, man. $100 per package. Joe. All right. Anybody out there hit on them reflective Yeezys last night though? My bad, y'all. I got sidetracked by the whole shipping debacle. The one thing I like about eBay is you can ship internationally and they send it to a distribution center that will forward it for you. Oh, is that true? I'm gonna have to check that out. Is maybe I can use that to finagle some international shipping with my grinders. Think that's cold? I live in Minnesota. It was like -19 the past week. Bro, -19 doesn't even exist on the thermometer. Man, you need to move somewhere that has a temperature. And Ken's got a 2010 Camaro SS. All right. There's more Yeezys on Foot Locker now. Which ones? The Yeez Reels? I'm about to ship off my Yeez Reels off to Stockx because I doubled up on them. But I'm just gonna send them off to StockX, get my retail money back out of them because I gotta sell a few more shoes on StockX before the end of the year to get my seller 4 back. So I'll just sell them on StockX, get my 220 back there, and I already ordered the reflective glow pair off StockX for like $400. So I don't need the double up if I'm gonna have the reflective pair. So you almost did, but your bank didn't recognize Yeezy supplies, so they declined it. That sucks. I snagged the Darth Vader enemies. Nah, them motherfuckers been sitting for weeks, yo. Matter of fact, I got the X-Wing Ultra Boosts over there that I never opened up. They're still sitting in the shipping package. I got that sitting in a shipping package, and like 4 pairs of Bread 11s that came in today. Man, I done spent way too much money on shoes this past week, but that's alright though, because I'm about to fast flip like 2 or 3 pairs of those breads, and I'm going to sit on 3 pairs myself. I already shipped out a pair to Stockx today. Yeah, it's them. Yeah, them fucking ones have been sitting on them fucking shelves for a hot minute. I would have bought them if they were prime knit, yo. I like prime knit NMDs. I don't like the mesh top to them. Which is funny because I don't like the Yeezy Aliens with the prime knit top with the sock collar, but I do like the 350s with the mesh style sock collar. Go fucking figure. I've been thinking about getting a pair of those Aliens though. What are those Aliens hitting for? Anybody know? Last I think I seen they were hitting for like 370 something. Let me see. Size 12. Hitting for 397 last sale. Does anybody know if these glow? Does anybody know if the 380 Aliens glow? Because this ain't bad. Like, if you think about it, what was the retail on these was $235. And I'm reselling for like $380, $390. That's not too bad on the resale price. It's only like $400. It's not bad when you consider that's an OG version of that model. You don't think they do? I kind of want to buy it though, because I don't have any OG versions of any of the Yeezys. I don't have the Turtle Doves. I don't have the Beluga 1.0s. I don't have any 750s. I don't have the 500s. I do have the Wave Runners, though. Never mind. I got the Wave Runners are like one of the best Yeezys anyway. So I'm good on that. I don't really think I'm going to get into the 380 line too much. I have enough 350s to where I feel like it would be superfluous at the time. But yo, we got 31 up in here. We've been live for 45 minutes. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button down there so you know you fucks with your boy. We know that you guys like the content and you want to see more content of the like. Leave the like down below. There we go. See motherfuckers hitting that like. But yo, I bought I told you guys I bought those Post Malone Crocs, and it was raining out today. And they came in today, so I unboxed them. I was going to unbox them on stream, be like, oh, my first pair of Crocs. And people were like, well, why'd you buy Crocs? But I got the Post Malone Crocs, and they're too big for me. I wear a size 11 and a half, so I didn't know whether to go to 11 or 12, so I went to the 12. And, yo, I am fucking swimming in these, man. I don't know, man. Anybody out there got Crocs? They fit super big to me. Is that the way Crocs fit? Because I looked at the tag, and the tag says it's roomier fit. So, now, I gotta buy a size 11, and I gotta give away a size 12, I think. I think I'm gonna give away the size 12 on my Twitch channel for Christmas. They only ran me like $90. Crocs run big. Yeah, I didn't know that, man. I'm not even sure if I should go all the way down to a size 10. To be honest, like that motherfucker was big. Like, I don't know. Should I go a full 2 sizes down or just down to an 11? What do you guys think? Because the 12 had like this much extra room in the toe, yo. Like, for real. Like, I was like, what the fuck, man? Usually wear a 10 and you got a 9 and those fit good. God damn, man. I think I gotta go to the store and try a pair on now. I don't know. Maybe I'll buy a size 10 and 11, and whichever pair fits me, I'll keep, and then I'll just give away the other 2 pairs that don't. Cause you guys know I fuck with Posty, man. Ooh yeah. Ooh. Shit. But I wanted some Crocs, man. I was like, these look comfortable, yo. Nice little. I can wear them out in the rain. Don't have to worry about getting them all fucked up. It's like a fucking tank, yo. $1,000 Crocs. Now, I would never spend $1,000 on no Crocs. I want those Yeezy Crocs, though. Anybody see those? Let's pull those up. Yeezy Crocs. There they go. Right there. These boys go kind of hard, yo. I don't know. I kind of like them. Like, you see Kanye's kid with them on right there. Like, I think they're dope. They look comfortable, yo. See what I'm saying? I'd rock these, yo. They look comfortable as fuck. Voice of an angel. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I thought that was water. That was just weed. Fucking A, though. I guess, give me 2 seconds. I'll go grab the shoes we have to open up and send out for resale. Let's go grab those for you guys. Ooh, yeah. Such a long time. Holy shit, there's more boxes today than I thought. Oh shit. There was a plate in the way. Dropping plates on the motherfucker. You wasn't sure if Kanye was serious or not? Nah, those things ain't gonna be no $1,000. It'd be like $180. Alright. Let's open some fucking boxes. We got a whole stack of boxes here, guys. Let's see what we got. Okay, this is a black box. Definitely not a Jordan. Oh, shit. Is this... Oh, okay. This is the, goddamn, keep hitting that mic. This is the Adidas Star Wars shoe I was just telling you about. Dun, dun. Dun 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 Dun, 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 dun. Right. We got size 12 and a half Ultra Boosts. Star Wars. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Look at that. It's like the schematics of a lightsaber, guys. See that? On the paper. That's really awesome. And then we got the shoe here, which is the Ultra Boost Rebel. Looks like an X-Wing type of design. See, you got a leather cage there, some suede and mesh up at the front. You got the, what is that? Yeah, you got the Rebel Star Wars sign on the lace tips there. The same Rebel you see on the lace libre there. See the Rebel, I guess you would say, shield crest logo. But this is modeled after the jumpsuit that Luke Skywalker wore in the Star Wars A New Hope, the first one that came out. He was wearing a orange and brown jumpsuit. See the back, it says, the Force will be with you always. And that's the line that Obi-Wan said to Luke when after he blew up the Death Star. So that's actually what sold me on this shoe, was that line back there. But this is really nice. I like it. It's got some suede here on the toe box. This part's mesh, you can see. It's a really weird feeling for an Ultra Boost to have mesh there, but whatever. And then you have like, it's like a suede or foam cage back here, and same with the this is like a leatherish cage. It's not like a genuine leather though. It kind of feels pleathery, but yeah, I mean, it's a fucking Ultra Boost. But I like Ultra Boosts. I like Star Wars, and it's been a while since I copped an Ultra Boost, so I'm gonna cop this just for fuck's sakes. Put this in with my pair of Darth Vader ZX Flux that I had on a custom tip a few years ago. You guys know I've showed you those shoes quite a few times. So let's go ahead and put that in the box and toss the box down here. What's inside this box? This box should probably be a pair of breads, maybe? Yes, the box feels small though, so this is probably going to be my 8.5. No, what? This is an 11. This box feels super tiny for an 11. All right, this one came from, let's see where the packing slip is from. Packing slip, Villa, GTLR Villa. So, once again, I'm sure you guys are tired of fucking seeing these, but we got the bread of lemon. The bread of lemon. Got the peak cuts on the patent leather, high cut, the funky OG style, you know, carbon fiber there. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. This is one of the cops that we picked up on release day, already shipped out in hand. This is probably going right to Stockx immediately. Yo, what up, Stack Guaps? That's a size 11 in hand already, so that's good. We'll make note of that. Let's throw that off to the side. What the fuck? I feel like a box just disappeared out of thin fucking air. Oh, it did. It did. Here's the next box. I already know what's inside here. These, unfortunately, are my two big Post Malone Crocs. They don't come in a box. They don't come in a box. They come Posty Co. X Crocs in a Ziploc bag. You got the this is how they come, like hooked up like this. You got the Post Malone Crocs. Yo, later, Willow. You have yourself a good day. These are obviously modeled after Hollywood's Bleedin's album cover with the blue and the black. These, I like these because they got the straps in the back. See, they got the straps with the big tread on them, so they're kind of rugged looking, you know. But they're just way too big. Like, my foot only comes up to here in them, and like when I pull the strap all the way forward, like this, my foot is just sitting way too far ahead of the heel cup. But I like them, man. I like these a lot. I'm gonna get myself another pair in my size, and I'm probably gonna give these away for Christmas, man. Maybe I'll find a homeless dude who needs a pair of fucking tough ass shoes. I know they ain't gonna keep nobody warm. I'll give them a big ass pair of socks with them too, yo. But they're fire though. They're fire for only $90 on the resale market. But whatever. I never had a pair of Crocs in my life, so I didn't know how they fit. And now we do. Big as fuck is the answer. Big as fuck. So, got another pair of shoes here. Is any of these gonna be my fucking Yeezy Reels, man? This might be. I see a brown cardboard box in here. And no. This is from Kicks USA, which means another bread of lemon. Another bread of lemon. Let's go ahead and flip this upside down. We got the retail packing slip. See, Kicks USA. I'm not going to show, obviously, everything, but the retail cop here. And this one is size 11 and a half, which, contrary to what people think, like 11s, they usually want like shit like this. The bigger sizes, like 11 and a half, 12 and shit, usually resell for more because older dudes want these motherfuckers. So, once again, got another pair of bread of lemons. This is pair number 2 on the day that we've unboxed. This is 11 and a half from Kicks USA. You guys were here when we live copped these. Nothing really special to look at. I mean, it's a special shoe, but we've already looked at this shoe like 90 million times in the last few weeks. I'm sure you guys don't mind me skipping over a bread 11 at the moment. Let me go ahead and push this over there. And we got a big box. This might be a Yeezy in here, yo. How many pairs of breads did we cop? 6. 6 pairs. I already shipped 1 pair off the Stockx. We just unboxed 2. And I think this is going to be a pair of Yeezys. Nope. There's another pair of bread 11s. So this is 3 pairs of bread 11s we unboxed today. I sent 1 out, so that's 4. I have my Nike and Foot Action still out there. Because my 8.5 is from Foot Action. My other 11.5 is from Nike. And this is Kicks USA again. From my other account. See, Kicks USA in a different box. So you obviously see this is a bigger box. And here we go. Here we go. Got another 11.5 bread 11. And I'm not even going to pull this one out of the box. But Jesus fucking H Christ, man. There you guys go. Another pair. Bread 11s. It's a box in a box. Well, that's what they call double boxed, man. That's what you call double boxed. Not a bad haul today. Not a bad haul. Got, what is that? 2 pairs of 11.5s, which is good, because that's my personal double up, is the 11.5. The 11, the 8.5, and the other 11.5 are going to be going But we got our double up in the mail, secured in hand. I'm happy about that. Yes, I did send the pair that I bought early from Stockx back to Stockx because, you know, there's a chance that it didn't come from a retail store. You never know. You know, sometimes that happens. But when I buy them retail and I know they came from a retail store, you know, I'd rather ship the one back to Stockx that I never wore. So, let me buy one of them 11.5, says Stack Guaps. Stack, man. Why, bro? Come on, man. Whatever happened with them glows? Whatever happened with them glows, man? Because 11.5s are my personals, both of them. And I got another one coming, though. That means I have an extra 11.5 that I can send out, but... SK, man. Let me think on that. If you had sold them glows to me, yo, I wouldn't have thought. I would have ooped them to you on the retail tip. But you made me go all through Stockx to get my glows and wait like 6 months and man, paid like 60 extra bucks, you know. I fucks with you though, Stacks. Man. Let me tell you though, man. I don't want to feel like anybody out there is like I don't appreciate any of these bread 11s. I do. I really do. I just didn't want to sit here and fucking drool over the shoe for the fucking millionth time on stream for you guys. But I do love the bread 11s. But man, I got 6 fucking pairs of them, and I'm pretty hype about that. Like, I'm not showing it, but, you know. Did I hear about Breeze beating Peyton Manning's record? Of course I heard about that, man. I watched the fucking NFL. Yo, tell me why the Cowboys been fucking up the last few weeks. In the one game I need them to lose to the fucking Rams, they come out looking like a superstar-ass fucking team, though. JAYDOT flakes on me on them. No, I didn't. Fuck you, motherfucker. I told you I had to make sure I didn't have it lined up for somebody else, bitch. All right? Because somebody that I know was asking me to get him a 10.5. All right, Mike G? And I had to hit him up and see if they could do an 11. But they couldn't do it in 11. So I was going to sell you to fucking 11. Fucking give me that, Mike G. I was just busy on stream when you hit me up before you found your pair. You know what I mean? Had I hit you, you got yours. Well, that's all that matters, man. You got yours. I'm glad you got yours, Mike. I am. Got you, bro. Got you all day long, man. I still can't believe people took L's on that, man. We was popping pairs like there was literally, yo. Literally, there was pairs that I was turning down to buy. I had pairs in cart sitting here trying to check them out for other people. That's how many pairs I was able to cart on them breads, yo. I don't know how nobody took an L on that. I can't see. I can't see how somebody took an L on them. I just can't, though. Like, I could have copped more, but I wanted to make sure I left myself some dough because I got some bills to take care of and shit. You know, you took L's all day? God damn, man. Like, we were just walking through. Like, I checked my first pair out, like, 10:01. Just right through, bro. It was wild. You got a W. Yeah, we caught 6 W's, man. 6 pairs of bread 11s, man. I'm super grateful for that. Because I told you, if you go back and watch in the beginning of the year, when they first said that these bread 11s were dropping, I said, I need at least 3 pairs of them. one to rock, one to stock, and one to either flip or maybe give to my kid. That's why I'm not sure whether or not I can sell you that pair of SK though, because if I give my kid a pair of 11 and a halfs, then I don't have my double up. You know what I mean? So I gotta figure out if I'm gonna give him the Bread 11s for Christmas or if I'm gonna give him them Kyries that I bought him. The Bread 11s would make me the fucking champion of Christmas though, for sure. But he do want them Kyries too. Do I think the value will go up on the Bread 11s? That's hard to say. I see them sitting around $350, $375 at max. So if you're able to get your $50 out of them on fast sell this week, do it. You know, I wouldn't sit around waiting for an extra $50 on them. So he said, Chase J says, what about them dates though? Look, man, what about them? You know, we ain't really out here like entertaining that shit on the channel over here too much, but you know, it's funny. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. Them dates though. By the way, is there a way to spell letters? What do you mean? Letters is how you spell letters. What about the DB14s? I didn't cop them. I could have copped them. I didn't cop them. Them things. I don't fuck with them DB14s, man. I just made a $50 donation to Dornbecker's Hospital instead of what do you call that? Buying a shoe. You know, I didn't like any of the shoes this year. So normally I buy a shoe from the DB collection, but if I don't like any of the shoes or I didn't hit on any of the shoes, I still chuck them like a $50 donation because I like the program and I like what it's about. Camo Monster. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you on about, man? I swear to God, man. The reason you're asking is you missed the drop and you want the 14s. You wondering buy now or later. Let's see what they're hitting for right now on Stockx. Let's go to our desktop here. Stockx. Dornbecker 14. Let's see. What was retail? 200. They're not really hitting over 3. Yeah, I mean, these ain't gonna go. I don't think they're gonna go down. I mean, it's a DB. It's not really gonna retro. Well, I mean, they have retro DBs, but they wait like 10 years before they do. So, I mean, what size are you? What size are you? Because I would put up like, you're a size 12. Let's see, size 12. Size 12 is 260, 270. Yeah, see, like, when you look at that, that means that's like literally what they're fucking going for. Shit, I gotta go put this on the non-incognito window. Because you have to be logged in to see all the different sales. So let's go to size 12. View all sales. Yeah, I mean, 260, 270 looks like the pretty much average price for these. Because you figure at 260, you know, minus 10% fees, it's going to be $26 plus $14 for shipping. So that's $30, $40 off. So that's $220. So people are only making $20 over retail on this with a 260 sale. So I don't think you're going to see much lower than that other than, you know, people just copping, selling them to get rid of them for, you know, for resale, just for retail. Let's see what 12 and a halves are hitting. Yeah, see, they all seem to be hitting for pretty much 260, which is 20 over retail after payout. So I'd say right now is probably about the cheapest you're gonna find those DB14s, unless you find a dude local. If you find a dude local, you might be able to, pull up on him and, drop him some cash that, you know, get it for like 220, 225. Everybody wins in a deal. You got a size 12 DB? Well, see, there you go. SK Stacks Guaps in the chat right there has got you, Jamie. Go hook up with him, man. Go buy yourself a pair of shoes. But yo, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop the fuck on up out of here this afternoon. I'm going to go hang out with my girlfriend, wait for some dinner. I appreciate all of you guys for coming out and chilling. We unboxed some shoes, we smoked some weed, and we also, took a look at what eBay's doing to counteract, Stockx and GOAT taking over the resale market, and they're trying to reclaim that top spot. So be interesting to see. So if you're watching the playback on this, leave a comment down below and what you guys think about the StockX versus eBay type of shit going on with the seller's fees. And shout out if you made it this far in the playback gang. Peace.